haughty neighbor sisters from years ago, are now kneeling and begging me to be their husband. They're even willing to give their first time to me voluntarily. And it's not just them, even the cold, noble, and beautiful female CEO. To the internet goddess with millions of fans, they are all willing to become my playthings, simply because the apocalypse has arrived. 90% of the world's population has turned into zombies, but thanks to sleeping at home, I managed to survive. At the same time, I awakened the beauty encyclopedia system. As long as I conquer high-score beauties and light up the goddess map, I can receive rewards. Seeing this, a wicked smile played on my lips, because in this house, there just happens to be a pair of sisters who meet the system's criteria. The older sister, Chen Jiayi, beauty score 96. Favorability at 20. Reaching 60 will light up her goddess map. Maintenance count 0. Younger sister Chen Jiadao, beauty score 95. Favorability at 15. Maintenance count 0. But I know very well that these two sisters are extremely cold. During 10 years of living in the same rented house, we haven't greeted each other more than 10 times. Now that the apocalypse has just broken out, approaching them now would definitely not end well. These two sisters usually don't know how to cook, so they basically haven't stockpiled any food at all. At most, they only have a few bags of snacks, so I plan to just leave them alone for a few days and see. And so I drank it. I drank the body enhancement potion from the newbie gift pack. I took the Tang sword I was given and began practicing day and night until the third night after the apocalypse broke out. I felt the time was ripe. Just as I was about to open the door, I heard a knock on my room. I opened it and saw the older sister, Chen Jiayi. Jiang Wei, could you lend me some food? Perhaps due to the sultry weather. At this moment, a few drops of sweat rolled down Chen Jiayi's cheeks, running down to her shimmering collarbone. She looked incredibly alluring. She seemed quite nervous. 3 days of the apocalypse have passed. It has completely left the sisters' supplies, utterly depleted, with nothing left at all. To be precise, they ran out last night, but they tried to sleep for the hunger to endure. But when they woke up, there was still no phone signal. There was no other choice. For her sister's sake, she had to take a risk and come find me. I answered decisively, no problem. This immediately caused Chen Jiayi, who had prepared so many words, to be stunned. It's perfect timing. I was just about to cook. You two should come over and have some food. Having said that, I turned around and went to the kitchen to cook. At this moment, Chen Jiayi looked at my busy figure in the kitchen and suddenly realized this man is much more handsome than before, radiating a powerful masculine aura. Congratulations, host, Goddess Chen Jiayi's favorability towards the host has increased. Current favorability is 30. Hearing the system notification, a faint smile appeared at the corner of my mouth. My conquest plan is now halfway successful. With this type of woman, using force won't work, so I plan to use persistence, letting it sink in over time. In less than half an hour, I finished cooking 1 meat dish and 1 vegetable dish. The fragrant aroma of rice quickly attracted the younger sister, Chen Jiadao, run out. It smells so good. Brother Jiang Wei, your cooking is amazing. After 3 days of snacks, Chen Jiadao was about to throw up. Now getting to eat meat, she was so moved she almost cried. Congratulations, host, Goddess Chen Jiadao's favorability has increased by 5 points. Current favorability is 25. Brother Wei, thank you so much. You are truly a good man. This girl is really adorable, giving me a good guy card even when the apocalypse is here. Hearing that, I couldn't help but smile. Beside her, Chen Jiayi also smiled slightly. When her sister is happy, she is happy too. At the same time, her gratitude towards me increased. Congratulations, host, Goddess Chen Jiayi's favorability towards the host has increased. Current favorability is 35. I find this quite interesting. A typical sister complex indeed. Favorability can even increase like this. Did you both check your phones yesterday? This disaster is global. It's not just here with us. It's the same in other countries. Those zombies have turned the world into an apocalyptic scene. The two sisters nodded. Last night, they took advantage of the remaining signal to search online. Even cyberspace is fallen. Netizens everywhere are posting images of zombies. Their level of horror is even more terrifying than what they saw yesterday. If I hadn't come home to stay yesterday, I would probably be like my classmates now. Most of Chen Jiadao's classmates have turned into zombies, biting anyone they see. In a dorm, if just one person transforms, the others can hardly escape. Chen Jiayi was the same. Yesterday, she checked her group messages and learned several colleagues had met with misfortune. As the three of them shared the situations they were aware of, I felt nothing at all. But the more the sisters heard, the more terrified they became. Their already haggard faces grew even paler. They felt the hope of being rescued growing slimmer by the day. The afternoon of the 5th day of the apocalypse. Since their meal the day before yesterday, the two sisters haven't had anything to eat. Sister, I'm so hungry. Seeing her sister holding her hungry belly, biting her lip hard, Chen Jiayi was heartbroken. For 2 nights, she had been woken up by hunger many times. She witnessed it all. In 2 days, the sisters had only 1 meal. The rest of the time, they just drank water to survive. Should we go borrow some food from Brother Wei again, sister? He must have plenty, and Brother Wei is so kind. Chen Jiadao had a pitiful expression, like an innocent girl who didn't understand why. Since the 3 of them finished talking, they hadn't seen him come out again. He just stayed cooped up in his room. No one knew what he was doing. Moreover, the 2 sisters were naturally shy, so they didn't have the heart to knock again. Most importantly, Chen Jiayi understood clearly that Jiang Wei's food, no matter how much, belonged to him alone. What right do we have to expect him to feed us? And this is the apocalypse, after all. To put it bluntly, he's a stranger, neither friend nor relative. There's no reason for him to keep taking care of us, and we share no blood relation. But seeing her sister so hungry, she was dizzy. She still gritted her teeth and stood up, heading toward my room. Dao Dao, wait a moment. There'll be food soon. With 2 knocks on the door, I opened the room door. Jiayi, is something wrong? I had just finished my workout. Heat radiated from my body with a restless masculine aura. This caused Chen Jiayi's face to flush like jade. It took a long while before she spoke. Xiang Wei. Let's cooperate and go out to find supplies together. Hearing that, I couldn't help but look at Chen Jiayi differently. She didn't come to borrow food, but wanted to venture out to find provisions. Aren't you afraid? What's the use of fear? I can't just stand by and watch my sister starve to death. Chen Jiayi regained her composure, though her face was still slightly red, but mostly there was determination. Either you help me open the door, and I'll go out alone. I'll give you half of whatever supplies I find. How about it? Jiang Wei didn't answer immediately, but in the look I gave the girl before me, there was a hint of admiration. Knowing full well the outside is crawling with terrifying zombies, yet still daring to go out for food. I recalled the system's introduction. Truly a top-tier sister complex person. Actually, you don't need to do this. You probably know I still have plenty of food, right? Yes, I know. But that all belongs to you. Chen Jiayi nodded rationally, having no intention of treating Jiang Wei's food as something that naturally belongs to her. If it were some other delusional little fairy girls, they would have surely said something ridiculous. I can give it to you. And you don't need to pay me back. Then what do you want from me? Chen Jiayi understood in her heart. There's no such thing as a free lunch in this world. She didn't believe Jiang Wei wanted nothing from her. Sure enough, in the next second, she saw Jiang Wei's eyes wandering over her body. Chen Jiayi has a tall figure, about 1.68 meters, a perfect goddess height. Her figure was also nearly perfect, long, snowy white legs, deadly attractive with even the slightest movement. Chen Jiayi immediately understood Jiang Wei's intentions. He actually wanted to possess her. Chen Jiayi's first reaction was shame and anger, but before she could react, Jiang Wei stepped forward and grabbed her small hands firmly. Sincere eyes, Jiayi. I've liked you for a very long time. Are you willing to be my woman? Facing Jiang Wei's soulful confession, Chen Jiayi, who was just fuming with embarrassment, now stood there stunned, rooted to the spot. For a moment she forgot even to struggle to get away. If Jiang Wei had directly used food to coerce her, she would have never agreed, even if it meant death. She never in a million years expected that Jiang Wei would actually confess to her, especially in this apocalypse on the brink of collapse. I have some food left. I can give it all to you too, so that you both can survive. More. I'll also take responsibility for taking care of you and your sister from now on. I can also go out to search for supplies. I have enough ability to protect the both of you. Jiang Wei's voice was firm and full of strength, and hearing that I could take care of her sister, Chen Jiayi indeed felt immediately swayed. She might not care about herself, but she couldn't help but think of her sister. However, with her current physical condition, the hope of going out to find food was nearly zero. Even if she were lucky enough to find some this time, what about later? What would she do? Just sit still and wait for rescue? Truthfully, nearly a week has already passed. Chen Jiayi no longer had any hope of being saved. If rescue could come, it would have come long ago. Additionally, thanks to the food borrowed yesterday, Chen Jiayi was immensely grateful to Jiang Wei. It was no different from saving the lives of both her and her sister. The only thing that puzzled her was why before the apocalypse broke out, she didn't see Jiang Wei express any feelings for her at all. She quickly found the answer herself. Surely it was because before the apocalypse, the gap between the two of them was too large, so he didn't dare to speak up, that's it. It must be so. Once she had thought it all through, the way Chen Jiayi looked at Jiang Wei gradually changed. He had loved her in secret for so long, even until the apocalypse, before offering to take care of the two sisters. Chen Jiayi felt an indescribable surge of emotion in her heart. Jiang Wei's image suddenly became tall and magnificent. Ding! Congratulations, host. Goddess Chen Jiayi's favorability toward the host has increased. Current favorability is 40. Jiang Wei had no idea that in such a short time, the woman before him was inflating his image so crazily in her mind. In just a moment, she had conquered herself for me. If not, I probably would have given her a few kisses already. At this moment, Chen Jiayi saw Jiang Wei's Tang sword, leaning against the wall after last night's practice, along with a pile of training equipment. Being smart, she understood the situation immediately. Are you planning to go out? Yes, that's right. Relying on others is not as good as relying on oneself. Instead of waiting for rescue, we should take the initiative. Jiang Wei's voice was full of determination. One sentence made Chen Jiayi's breathing quicken. She blurted out, "I'll go with you." Jiang Wei didn't doubt her work capability, but exploring outside is, after all, very different from going to work. One slip-up and you could lose your life easily. I'm not in the habit of letting my woman take risks. I told you I have enough ability to take care of you. Despite being rejected, Chen Jiayi felt a sense of full concern. This, for her, a woman who had to raise her sister alone since childhood, was a feeling she had never experienced before. He likes me. That's why he doesn't want me in danger. Chen Jiayi's eyes suddenly turned red. Jiang Wei had originally prepared for the worst-case scenario. If he couldn't convince the older sister, then he would try shifting his focus to the younger sister. One is sister crazy, the other is obsessed with her elder. I have to get at least one system reward from these sisters somehow. But in the next second, I saw it. Chen Jiayi unexpectedly threw herself into his arms. Jiang Wei, thank you. I agree to be your woman. Feeling her slender body trembling and crying in my arms, I couldn't help but hug her waist, bowing my head to have a taste. Soft and sweet. Chen Jiayi was truly a novice in this matter. Her actions were extremely clumsy. For 2 whole minutes, Chen Jiayi felt as if she were about to run out of breath. Seeing Jiang Wei's hands becoming increasingly bold, she hurriedly pushed Jiang Wei away. Don't. It's still daytime. Chen Jiayi's face was as red as a gak fruit. Her breath was still heavy. Ding! Congratulations, host. Goddess Chen Jiayi's favorability toward the host has increased. Current favorability is 50. Although Jiang Wei was still craving more, he didn't press her further. After all, she's already like a fish on my cutting board. There's no need to rush right now. Take these snacks and give them to Dao Dao first. She must be very hungry. Let me go cook a few more dishes. Tonight we'll have a great feast, since I have to go out tomorrow anyway. Jiang Wei brought out all the food. Then he hugged the woman before him tightly, softly whispering in her ear, "Bathe and clean yourself tonight. I'll wait for you in my room." One sentence made Chen Jiayi's face burn hot, but she still nodded slightly, and softly replied, "Yes." Her attitude was already crystal clear. That bashful face made Jiang Wei reluctant to let go. This was the best and most filling meal for the two sisters, since the apocalypse broke out, eating and drinking to their heart's content, and Chen Jiadao, who still didn't know anything, even more grateful to Jiang Wei. Wow. Brother Wei is so good to us. In the future, if there's a chance, I must definitely repay him well. Don't you think so, sister? Seeing her sister so happy, she felt happy as well. She lovingly stroked her sister's hair, nodding as she replied, "Yeah, I'm here. I'll repay your brother Wei on your behalf, and that will happen tonight." Thinking about what was about to happen tonight, Chen Jiayi hesitated for a moment but didn't say it out loud. It's better if Dao Dao doesn't know. I'll tell her tomorrow. Chen Jiayi thought to herself. Night quickly fell. In the room next door, Jiang Wei stopped training because he had to go out tomorrow. Tonight I need to rest well and regain my strength. At this moment, a soft knock sounded at the door. Jiang Wei immediately opened the door like lightning. Chen Jiayi stood bashfully at the door. Jiang Wei, from now on, I and my sister leave everything in your hands. Yeah. In the next second, she couldn't say another word. Don't worry. I'll take good care of you and Dao Dao. Without waiting for her to finish, I directly hoisted her beautiful legs onto my shoulders and walked straight into the room. This part isn't suitable to watch. I'll skip it for everyone. Early the next morning,